It is official as Brad Stevens has come out and talked more about Jaylen Brown, but it's not anything to do with Philly. It has to do with his time in Boston. And what honor did Brad Stevens give Jaylen Brown? Well, I'm going to tell all of you guys about it in this video on Celtics Digest. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. I am your host, Patrick Billings. And of course, guys, before we get into anything else with the video, there are 66.1% of you not yet subscribed to the channel. It is absolutely free to subscribe. Maybe if you watch our videos and you don't know if you are subscribed, maybe by accident you're not even subscribed and you think that you are, pause the video, go check it out, click that subscribe button to make sure if you haven't already. If you want to stay up with any type of Boston Celtics news, trades, rumors, anything that has to do with the Boston Celtics, we'll keep you in tune with anything going on over here on Celtics Digest. And without further ado, guys, let's get into this video as we're talking about Brad Stevens. We're talking about Jaylen Brown. We've done a lot of talking this offseason about Jaylen Brown, about is he going to get traded? And then he does. I get surprised. Many of you may have been surprised as well. Maybe not. But Brad Stevens has come out and talked very nicely about Jaylen Brown, of course. And it was definitely a difficult move for him. But he came out and said something that's very nice about Jaylen Brown and something that I truly believe that should happen. But Brad Stevens says that Jaylen Brown's number 7 jersey will likely go up in the rafters in Boston. And I think that this is a no-brainer off the top of my head. I mean, if you're not looking at anything, he was here for 10 seasons now. And I mean, he was truly unbelievable in all the rankings for the Boston Celtics. He is ranking in top 10 in so many different categories. Being drafted 3rd overall to this team, really being the start of a new era for this team. They had the big 3. I call it the big 4 with Rondo, of course, one of my favorite players. But this was a new era of guys coming into Boston, years that really weren't Boston Celtics years, and this was the start of something new, the new era of Boston Celtics basketball, and he was a part of it, and he was a part of the start of it as well, the energy shifter. And I mean, we could look at some of the stats for Jaylen Brown as we'll start off here with his all-time record with the Boston Celtics at a 440 wins and 234 losses, putting him at a 65% win rates. And we look at some of the leaderboards for him as well. I mean, it's truly impressive, and it really just adds on to why his jersey should be retired and no one should wear that number 7. As we look here, as this is playoff wins by Boston Celtics, and he is ranked 7th for Boston Celtics all time in playoff wins, with Jayson Tatum at 10 just off of the list. But 83 wins in 142 playoff games, and he was only in for 10 seasons. So you can only imagine if Jaylen Brown was here for, let's just say, another 7 seasons, he'd probably be at the top of this list pretty quickly. And obviously things don't work out the way that you want it to. But just to give an idea, I mean, for him being there for 10 years, being from the start of his career, now moving on to somewhere new, it's truly impressive to see some of the things that he's done. If we look at the regular seasons as well, as John Havlicek does a great job at being number 1 at these categories, but Jaylen Brown being ranked 14th as well in regular season wins. And we look at some of his stats as well, as it makes it so much easier that he was here for his whole career. Looking at his stats, coming in 8th in Rookie of the Year votings and finishing with an all-rookie team as well. Also, top 10 Defensive Player of the Year, 5-time All-Star, 2-time All-NBA second team, and I think that he was a little bit rigged out on All-NBA first team this year. We all know how pivotal he was to this team, being extremely valuable to how well that he played and how well the team played. They needed him this year, and without him, they wouldn't have been in the spot that they were. And of course, how could you forget Finals MVP and Conference Finals MVP in the same season, regardless of who you think should have won Finals MVP that year? He won it, and we will forever say that he did as well. As we'll get into some of these rankings for him, as we look at his regular season ranking totals in Boston Celtics history. as we look at him in points. 10th all time for the Boston Celtics in points. In 10 years, 10th in scoring with 13,474 points. So we look all the way down the leaderboard here. 7th in steals, 8th in defensive rebounds, 3rd in three-pointers made and three-pointers attempted. I mean, these are stats for somebody that could have spent their whole career with a team for their whole NBA career. And Jaylen Brown was able to do this in just 10 years of his career and still has plenty more to go. As we look at some more as well, just to add on to his resume, just 15th in games played, 11th in seasons, 4th in 40-point plus games with 18, and 3rd in 50-point games with 2 50-pointers. And we look to the playoff sides of things as well, as he ranks 7th in points with 2,788 points, 12th in rebounds, 14th in assists, 6th in steals. And I mean, the list goes on with, of course, the three-pointers made, 2nd in three-pointers attempted as well. I mean, the playoff stats are truly unbelievable. He's pretty much in 10th or above in every single stat here. And I mean, Jaylen Brown, of course, just in the playoffs, unbelievable player as he's been able to step up so many times constantly. 7th in playoff games played, and in his 9 years in the playoffs, that also ranks him 11th and 6th in 40-point games. As we kind of look back at everything that Jaylen Brown has done for the Boston Celtics. I ran through all the stats. I gave you everything possible, really just about Jaylen Brown's whole career and what he's done for the Boston Celtics and why he is definitely deserving of having his jersey put up in the rafters with so many Boston Celtics legends. And we can only go and root for him. I mean, some of you may not want to root for him, but I definitely will. I know that he is with our rival over in Philly. But, I mean, this guy really did change the energy. He brought a championship with Jayson Tatum to Boston once again, something that we had constantly been waiting for this duo to turn around and finally bring us a banner, and that is exactly what they did. It was their plan since day one, and I hope that the both of them will be right next to each other in the TD Garden with both of their numbers retired. And guys, that's going to do it for this video. Is a nice quick little video just talking about Jaylen Brown. There was a lot of negatives that we've talked about, the trade with him going to Philly and how everything fell apart. But sometimes it's good to reminisce on all of the good times that you had with an extremely great player and someone that will go down in Boston Celtics history as one of the best that we have ever seen. And you guys let me know down in the comments below what your thoughts are. Do you think that Jaylen Brown deserves to have his jersey retired for the Boston Celtics? And if you disagree with me, let me know. I always read the comments, but make sure you drop a like and hit that subscribe button if you have not already. And I will see all of you in the next video. Peace out, everybody. Let's go Boston Celtics.